Hello everyone, this is Namita Choudhary. Welcome you all in today's session. Today we are going to read about the chapter Our Changing Earth from class 7th Geography. The Dalmia core promises which you are going to develop through this session are growth mindset and metacognition. Here is the introduction of the chapter. The first is lithospheric plates. The lithosphere is broken into a number of plates known as the lithospheric plates. These plates move around very slowly because of the movement of the molten magma inside the earth. The molten magma inside the earth moves in a circular manner. The movement of these plates causes changes on the surface of the earth. The earth's movement are divided on the basis of the forces which cause them. The forces are called endogenic forces and exogenic forces. Endogenic forces, the forces which act in the interior of the earth are called endogenic forces. Endogenic forces sometimes produce sudden movements and at other times produce slow movements. Sudden movements like earthquakes and volcanoes cause mass destruction over the surface of the earth. Now we will talk about exogenic forces. The forces that work on the surface of the earth are called exogenic forces. Volcano. A volcano is a vent in the Earth's crust through which molten material erupts suddenly. The word volcano is derived from Italian volcano after Vulcan, the Roman god of fire. Earthquake. When the lithospheric plates move, the surface of the earth vibrates and it travels all around the earth. These vibrations are called earthquakes. Now we will talk about focus. Focus is the place that is in the crust where the movement starts. The next one is epicenter. The place on the surface above the focus is called the epicenter. Vibrations travel outwards from the epicenter as waves. The greatest damage is usually closest to the epicenter and the strength of the earthquake decreases away from the center. Some common earthquake prediction methods adopted locally by the people include studying animal behavior. Fish in the ponds get agitated, snakes come to the surface. Now the next topic is landforms. The landscape is being continuously worn away by two processes, weathering and erosion. Weathering is the breaking up of the rocks on the earth's surface. Now, what is erosion? Erosion is the wearing away of the landscape by different agents like water, wind, and ice. The eroded material is carried away or transported by water, wind, etc., and eventually deposited. This process of erosion and deposition creates different landforms on the surface of the earth. So students, now we will talk about rivers. What is the work of the river? The following features are made by rivers: waterfall, meanders, oxbow lake, floodplain, leaves, and delta. Firstly, we will talk about waterfall. When the river tumbles at steep angle over very hard rocks or down a steep valley side, it forms a waterfall. Now, the next one is meanders. As the river enters the plain, it twists and turns, forming large bands known as meanders. The next one is Oxbow Lake, or you can say Cutoff Lake. Due to continuous erosion and deposition along the sides of the meander, the ends of the meander loop come closer and closer. In due course of time, the meander loop cuts off from the rivers and forms a cutoff lake. This is also called an oxbow lake. Next, we will talk about the floodplains. So here you can see the picture of the oxbow lake. Yeah, next one is floodplain. As it floods, the river deposits layers of fine soil and other material called sediments along its banks. This leads to the formation of a flat, fertile floodplain. The raised banks are called leaves. Next, we will talk about the distributaries. When the river approaches the sea, the speed of the flowing water decreases and the river begins to break up into a number of streams called distributaries. Nextly, we will talk about a delta. So what is a delta? The river becomes so slow that it begins to deposit its load. Each distributary forms its own mouth. The collection of sediments from all the mouths forms a delta. The next one is the work of the sea waves. So, this topic we will cover in the next session. Till then, goodbye, take care, stay home, stay safe, and keep studying.